What up? What up? What up? What's poppin'? What's poppin'? What's poppin', y'all? It's your boy K-Rate, man. We back for another stream, guys. Back for another stream. What up, y'all, man? What's good, bro? I got some videos that I was sent because of the last stream, you know what I mean? And so I actually saved the links this time. So I kind of want to go through these videos, give my opinion. Y'all know how it go, and I'ma get to it just like that. So I haven't watched any of these videos. I just looked at a couple seconds to see if it was something like we could react to or something like we could go through, period, or whatever, right? So, let's start with the first one, I guess. Hold up. No sound. Let's get some sound going. Let's run that back and get some sound. Alright, let's get it.
Bitch really got on here and said, I can tell how serious to take a nigga based upon where we go for our first date. So everybody in the comments is like, well, all right, super bitch, where do you have to go on a first date for you to take a man serious? This bitch says an expensive restaurant somewhere where he sets the
Man, don't ever go out on no expensive restaurant for a first date, bro. Like, some of these women will try to finesse you. She will try to get you to go home to an expensive restaurant. She will purposely try to do these things because she wants to use you for your resources and what you have in order to give her, bro. And see, here's the thing. You don't even know if you like her yet. I don't even know if I like you yet, bitch. Like, and you trying to get me to go out already and spend money on you. How you start is how you finish, bro. So if you start out treating her to this lifestyle where she asking for all these expensive things and she already just think like this. In 6 months, it's gonna be 10 times worse. In 12 months, it's gonna be 10 times worse than that. And whatever problems you see, they only gonna amplify. So you gotta understand right away, bro. Do not give these women what they're asking for if what they're asking for is something like this. Oh, I can't deal with you if we don't go out on the first date that's at All Cheval, or if we don't go out on the first date that's at Capital Grill. Yeah, you Capital Grill my ass. Yeah, let's finish though.
home for the rest of our lives together. You bitches are not Disney princesses, gang. Most of you are whores. And it's not like a bitch don't deserve to go to an expensive restaurant. My thing is, bitch, a date is what? A date is for us to be understanding whether or not we're going to be spending our lives together.
A date is to determine if I actually like you, if you actually like me, and if we're actually interested in seeing where things are gonna go. That's it. That's all. It is nothing more, bro. You don't owe her anything, and she does not owe you anything. When you have a date, it is simply just to say, I'm physically attracted to you. I had some attraction to you, and let me see if it's anything here in order to continue with. You gotta understand what a date actually is before you do anything, bro. And so the problem with a lot of these women is they think you owe them something just for existing, bro. And if you fall into that category of men who out here simping like that, you just reaffirming something that we all hate, bro. You just reaffirming the fact that just by existing, these women think that they deserve whatever they get, bro. You just making it hard on everybody else when you out here simping like that. Don't be out here simping like that. But let's finish.
And developing a legacy, which is children and marriage. So what part of that says you gotta eat a $500 steak to figure out if you're gonna be a fucking wife or not? You bimbo head bitch. What the fuck do you hoes be talking about other than nothing? I got it. Nothing. Because who the fuck? You don't make sense, bitch. The best part about being 30, gang, you just old enough to peep through the bullshit. You're a seasoned veteran at this point. But you just young enough to entertain it. See, when you 40, you don't even entertain little hoes like this. I'm young enough to be like, no, bitch, you're dumb.
He's angry, bro. He's angry, but I feel him, bro. I definitely feel him. Nah, it's realistically, these women out here, they be doing too much. And the problem with the fact that they doing the most like that is the minute one guy gives in or a guy shows her that she could get away with that, she's going to be a problem for every other dude after that, because she can always point to that reference point. She can always go back and be like, well, this guy gave it to me. And so that becomes an issue for dudes later down the line. And we ain't even finna get into if she actually like you or not. Because if she actually like you, but she's coming in with these stupid expectations, it's gonna appear like she trying to use you anyway. Because she don't know the difference, bro. She can't tell the difference. Her reality is rooted in her feelings, not in reality, not rooted in logic. Logic says, on the first date, we both trying to get to know if we like each other. I might not like you. I'm not finna go I barely spend $10 on a bitch. We going to happy hour at Dunkin' Donuts or happy hour at a coffee shop near you. We going to get some boba tea, because I'm not finna do the most until I actually feel like I like you, bro. You are an investment, and with investments, you have to vet those. You have to vet investments, bro. And so you're not finna just give no woman everything right off the bat. If I invest this much in you right off the bat, then that's gonna set the standard, and I don't want to set that kind of standard for you. I'm good. Next video, let's see what we got going on though. Let's see.
Black women would stop using buzzwords that they don't know the definition or meaning to. Y'all quick to say that a man is...
y'all.
I wish black women would stop using buzzwords that they don't know the definition or meaning to. Y'all quick to say that a man is narcissistic. But...
oh my God, I hate that word so much. And, you know, it is a buzzword. It's a buzzword. They get clicks, they get views. Narcissism. Really, if you really think about it, there's a lot of these women who are narcissistic. And they kind of project that onto a lot of guys, because guys are waking up to the fact that these women are selfish, egotistical, and very much so all about them. So when guys in turn start putting themselves first, then they become narcissists. But let's let her cook. Let's see what she's talking about. Let's let her cook.
The biggest narcissist in the world is a fuck-ass woman. Do y'all want the term and definition of narcissist? Narcissist is a person who has excessive interest in or admiration of themselves.
And bro, these women it's just like I said, she cooking, bro. It's just like I said, they be all about them. It's all about how they feel. It's all about what they want. It's all about how you're moving to make them feel better. It's all about them. Like, even in an argument, what you say you want and you feel go in one ear, out the other ear. She don't even internalize it, bro. But she expects you to internalize everything that she says, bro. That's why if you even argue with women, we got something to talk about, biggest dog. But let's finish.
Y'all bitches feel entitled to everything in the world and don't give shit but a headache and some coochie. I don't give a fuck. I said what I said. And then y'all are master manipulators.
Hey, and if you mess with the slimiest of them, they might give you a gift that keep on giving, bro. That's all they really give you. A headache, some box, and, you know, possibly the gift they keep on giving. Strap up, young dudes. Strap up. Because some of these women out here, they are truly the definition of narcissistic. Like, for real, for real.
Manipulators. Let's go ahead and pull up the definition of manipulator. A manipulator is a person who skillfully influences or controls events, situations, or people, often in a way that is considered negative or unfair. They might use various tactics to get what they want, such as emotional manipulation, deception, and exploiting vulnerabilities.
Emotional manipulation. That is the main one, bro. Women tend to emotionally manipulate more than anything, dog. They out here, they using tactics like gaslighting you. They using tactics like telling you hurt their feelings just for being yourself. I know guys that been there. There's so many guys hit me up and they like, man, I'm just being who I am, and everything a problem for her. We always in an argument. She always mad. She always stomping around the house, slamming doors. She always doing this. She doing all that because she trying to emotionally manipulate you, bro. She trying to get you off your center. She gets you off your center so that she can get an emotional upper hand, bro. Shorty cooking. Let's let her cook.
Anytime that man tell you something in confidence or in secret, your ass go right to the internet and go tell your fuck ass homegirls, huh? Then y'all want to tell
Or throw it
these
back in
men
your face.
that they don't love y'all enough. Oh, you don't love me because if you love me, you would do this. Bitch, don't be trying to manipulate me into giving you treatment that you don't fucking deserve. Then y'all
Facts.
be gaslighting. And gaslighting and lying is two different things. Let's pull up the definition of gaslighting. Gaslighting is to
cooking.
manipulate. You see the word is underlined. Manipulate someone using psychological methods into questioning their own sanity or powers of reasoning. So now let me break it down for you. I'm going to put all this shit together. These entitled ass, narcissistic ass black women, right? They come into these relationships as soon as you do something wrong to the man or you do something that man don't like. Because he does have the right.
And here's the thing. I love black women. But the reality is this so prominent in the black community with black women. Them being narcissistic. Them being emotional manipulators. Them being in a space where they think it's okay because everyone has told around them, we call them flying monkeys, they told them it's okay to be this way, when in reality they're the one causing all of the problems. They're the one causing all of their own problems, but they don't want to look in the mirror and look at themselves, bro. It's always got to be your fault. That's what a narcissist is. It's always got to be your fault somehow. So she take it, twist it, flip it, manipulate it, and make it your fault somehow. And after she sent it through 8 different filters, you standing there looking like, damn, I just asked you to be nice to me. Damn, I just wanted a sandwich. Damn, bitch, I just want to sleep in on my day off. But you can't have that because it's gotta all be about them. It's revolving around them, bro. Y'all gotta wake up. Y'all gotta wake up. And I'm sorry, but black women, y'all got it bad, man. And that's just the reality of the situation. But they don't want to admit that. And then they get mad at the passport bros for doing what the passport bros do. They get mad at guys who step out to different ethnicities for different reasons because they do that. And then because in a lot of different ethnicities, you're not going to run into this so prominently, bro. It's like so prominent in the black community. And so because guys are getting to the point where they're over it and they don't want to do this anymore. They don't want to deal with the attitude. They don't want to deal with everything, the world revolving around this woman who isn't even bringing a lot of value to the situation because they don't want to do that. They opting out. And so women are getting mad that they opting out and asking, where are all the good men at? Where are all the good men at? Well, shit, you running them away. What you want? You running the good men away. But
To correct you as a man, because y'all don't be letting these men lead. So that's why y'all be having a problem and always got something to say. Then your argument is you gaslighting him to manipulate him into making him feel like he's wrong for whatever the fuck he's saying to you. To make him feel like he's wrong for feeling the way he's feeling because he's vulnerable for you. So you're using his vulnerabilities
they definitely use your
against him.
vulnerabilities against you.
When you should.
For any one of the dudes over here who has argued with his woman, more specifically a guy who has dated black women and has gotten in an argument with her, the minute you pillow talk with her, the minute you tell her something vulnerable about yourself or open up to her, be aware, bro, it's going to get thrown back in your face the first chance she get to do it. I am trying to tell you that right now. It's been the same the whole time, bro. It's been the same. Coming from somebody that in my life, I have had not all of them, but almost every black woman I ever been with, the minute she got upset, the minute there was a little bit of tension, she was either A, using what I told her in confidence against me, B, telling somebody else what I told her in confidence, or C, you date a woman and then she telling you about what the last dude told her in confidence. That just tell you right there you can't trust her. You can't trust her because she gonna be telling the next dude what you told her in confidence. Stop pillow talking with these women, bro.
Be taking accountability. Y'all just be deflecting and y'all are weird. You ladies only care about yourself, and y'all mad at me because I care about the man that I'm with. And that's fucking diabolical to me. Y'all wouldn't have no respect for me if I was out here just being a prostitute, popping this cat and getting paid for it either. But the fact that I love one black man and I'm putting my all into one black man because I feel like that black man deserves that because he does the same thing for me. Maybe not the way I want him to, but the way he feels he needs to do it. Then, baby, what the fuck is y'all mad at me for?
Protect this
Just
woman.
because you
Protect
don't
her at
have
all
it, just
costs,
because
bro.
you can't walk in my shoes, that's cool. But you can take a page out of my book and apply it to your life. Y'all just be out here wanting to gaslight men, and y'all are the narcissists. Y'all are the master manipulators, bro. I always want to talk about, oh, well, he lied to me. Well, bitch, I will lie to you too when you do shit like that.
Yeah, they always want to talk about the reaction and not the cause. They want to talk about how you react to them, but they don't want to talk about what got you to that space. And the reality is that if what she's saying is true, women like her are few and far between, especially with black women right now. They few and far between, bro. And that's just being real with y'all. You know, she keeping it a buck, bro. What she's saying is real. And see, a lot of women, they just don't want to take that accountability. We preach accountability, but they don't want to take accountability. And it's going to keep being the same if they don't.
Y'all bitches be deserving to be getting lied to because I don't trust y'all worth a damn. I don't even trust my
condone lying,
mama.
but
Y'all think I'm finna trust you bitches? I see why these men do not trust y'all. Look at y'all mamas and see what type of woman they are, and then you'll
I don't trust them
understand
but my money
why
and
you're the
my
way you
rifle.
are as a woman and why men have treated your mom the way they treat your mom. I'm just saying, no dig to my mom because I love that lady down. You say something about them and beat your ass. But right is right, wrong is wrong.
I ain't the fondest delivery, because you know I like my women a little more feminine, less cursy, but she snapping. Can't even hold y'all. She snapping. And I'm going to try to link to the creator in this video, so if y'all want to go follow her, y'all can go over there and follow her and everything. But she went crazy. I'm not finna hold y'all. Absolutely. I absolutely agree with her wholeheartedly, bro. Make sure y'all get that Manscaped, man, down below. I'm gonna put it down below when I post this again. Yeah, let's move on, dog. Like I think that was like, man, yeah, that was crazy. Cause she was snapping. I'm not finna hold you. She was definitely snapping. Alright, next video. Let's see this next one on God.
The man with no crew, he's not weird. He's not bitter. He's focused. And focused men are the hardest to beat. Let me explain. We're going to talk about the guy who doesn't run in a pack. The one you rarely see in group photos. The one who moves alone. People think he's antisocial, maybe even arrogant. He's strategic. Because when you think about it, let me just...
So, I guess what she's trying to say is the man who plans his next move, the man who is aware, the man who is cognizant of what's going on around him in the world, and you know, this is like one of them little, but is gonna be infinitely more prepared and more able than a man who is not, bro. You are always going to be more dangerous as a man if you have a plan, bro. You are always going to be more dangerous as a man if you are aware. You're always going to be more dangerous of a man if you take a leadership role and you understand what direction you're walking in. You can't have somebody follow you if you don't know where you walking to. You can't have somebody get behind you if you can't rally yourself. How you going to rally the troops? If you can't control yourself emotionally, you can't get anybody else under control. I'm like, let's see what else she got to say.
Break down the truth. Most men waste their energy trying to impress other men. Always needing a crew. Always needing validation. Always taking big in front of their boys. But the man who's comfortable being alone.
So, I'm of two minds with this. On the one hand, I think that she's right about the fact that, you know, you got to be comfortable being alone. and you got to be comfortable in this space where it's like, if I walk alone, I'm on my own. But on the other hand, a man needs his pack. It's no problem with having your pack, your tribe, your guys, your group, bro. It's no problem with that. And see, a lot of women, they're so insecure. They can't handle the fact that you have another group of guys behind you and holding you down in a way that they could never understand, bro. Because if you notice women, and let's tell the truth, bro, let's be real. Women don't hold good friendships with each other. A lot of these women, they don't know how to hold good friendships, or their friendships are built on fragile ground. Guys tend to have better friendships when their friendships are real, they're real. Maybe guys running a small package. It might just be 2 or 3 of y'all, but them guys be like this. They can trust each other. They can put each other's lives like on each other's back, bro. I got my life in your hands and I can trust you with that, bro. So that's why I'm of two minds. Because on the one hand, I agree. But on the other hand, like, it ain't nothing wrong with your homies being there for you and you caring about what your homies think. Because they're the ones who are going to give you the most honest critique.
That's a man who's locked in on his purpose. He's not out
Oh yeah,
here
your
every
purpose
weekend
is
proving
your purpose
he's
is
one of the guys.
You got to stay on.
He's building, he's working. That man is thinking 3 steps ahead. And that makes him dangerous. Because he's not distracted by fake loyalty or people secretly waiting for him to fail. Nah, he's not distracted by none of that. You see, because a man with no crew can't be betrayed, can't be manipulated, and can't be moved by opinions. He doesn't need to be liked. He needs to win. So yeah, laugh at him for eating alone or skipping the hangouts or hanging with the boys.
It ain't nothing wrong with eating by yourself, dog. It ain't nothing wrong with taking yourself out. It ain't nothing wrong with being on your loner game. It's nothing wrong with deciding to be in a space by yourself. But it's also nothing wrong with having a crew of guys who you trust, right? There's nothing wrong with either side of that coin. Now, what she talking about as far as that guy wanting to win, that might not always be true. That man just might not be able to make friends. But for the guys who are alone because they're focused on winning, more power to them, man. More power.
But remember this. The hangouts, him being alone while the crowd is partying, that lone wolf is hunting. And when he shows up with results that speak louder than any hype man ever could speak. And if you're that man or you're becoming him,
I hate this music.
let me know in the
I really hate
comments,
this
because
music.
this is about building power, not just proving you have it.
Alright, I'm going to try to link back to the creator, but I think she just describing the kind of dude that she want. I'm not going to lie to y'all, like, because I don't think there's anything wrong with having a crew behind you, bro. Some of my homies, some of my closest friends, I trust them with my life, bro. I get them niggas a kidney. So when I really think about it, it's nothing wrong with having a crew, but I'm also not afraid to just be by myself and get the job done. I could be a lone assassin, or I could ride with a pack. But I think that's what the strongest thing about a man is the ability to be able to adapt to the situation that you're in. I don't go looking for friends, nor should you go looking for friends. But if you got friends, it's nothing wrong with having friends. It's nothing wrong with having guys who have your back. You know what I mean? And so I think a lot of women, it's either this black or white looking at it in this black and white situation. Oh, well, you either got friends or you're the lone wolf who's this strong. No, bro. You just need to be strong in your own right and a leader in your own right. And then if you move from genuine love for yourself, like loving yourself, I love me. You ain't even gotta ask, do I love me? I love me. If you move with that genuine love for yourself, that's gonna resonate, bro. And you gonna be able to walk on your own path. And you trust your path, and you trust your intuition, and trust what you got in her, you gonna be good, bro. So, keep it up. Alright. Let's go to the next video though. Like,
You not happy, just leave. No, that's not how men are cut. Men are not women. We're natural fixers. We're built to provide. And a lot of times y'all don't realize that the man is staying through all these things because he actually likes you for you. But
women don't know how to do unconditional love, bro. Women don't know unconditional love. They say, oh, well, women, they're these nurturers and they're soft and they love you. They don't have unconditional love. Actually, their love is the most conditional. You got to be 6 feet, 6 inches. You got to be, have a 6-figure bank account. You got to have 6 different businesses all in your name and 6 different supercars at this point. Like you gotta have all of that in order to be the most attractive person to a woman. And then there's even more conditions when you actually get the woman. In order to keep the woman, you have to live up to these conditions. You gotta be stoic. You gotta be providing. You have to be. Those are all conditions in order for her to stay. Those are all conditions in order for you to get peace. Those are all conditions in order for you to get the best version of her. So no, her love is not unconditional. If anything, a man's love is unconditional. Because a man, like, men had to go down the Titanic, bro. When they had the Titanic boat, men had to go down that boat. You think a man wanted to fucking let women and children just get on the boat and they got to watch them sail off and live while they sit on a boat that was a tourist attraction? You think they just sat on that boat and want to die like that? No. But because of love for the world, because of the love that men are required to give, they let women, children go first. They protect things that doesn't even belong to them. Like a man on the street to protect a woman before a woman to protect a woman. A man on the street to protect somebody before a woman protects anybody. Even if it's within the realm of her power, she won't do it. She won't do it because a woman's love is way more conditional than a man's. But let's let him finish.
a lot of times that seems to go over women's head. Things is not always about happiness. It's going to be ups and downs in a relationship. And a lot of men are cut for that, but a lot of women aren't. And that's the truth. People want to base everything off of happiness when happiness is an emotion. Happiness is not a foundation to base your relationship of. It's going to be ups and downs, guys. And
See, a lot of people don't understand this, and it's because they don't have real relationships. A lot of people's relationships are superficial. They have these short fly-by-night relationships, and one element I think that the dating realm in general, and just generally that we've lost in this modern age, is it's going to be ups and downs. You got to put up with stuff with people. It's going to be times of disagreement. It's going to be times where it hurt. It's going to be times. And y'all got to come together. That's the point of being together in a relationship. That is the point. For people who married, that is the point of in good times and bad, in sickness and health, bro. You're supposed to stay together. You're supposed to put it together and figure it out together. But people be, especially women, with their conditional love, they so quick to run out the door that you never even get past the hurdles to get to the good part. And see, that's why you got so many people complaining right now about relationships not being good anymore. This side is bad and the other side is bad, and men not da-da-da, and women not doing this and XYZ. That's why you got all these things going on. And it's because don't nobody got staying power no more. Don't nobody got staying power. Women want to run out the door because they got 1,000 different options, because all she got to go do is cut on an app and she look in her message box and it's 1,000 dudes in her message box, and at least 10 of those dudes she gonna find attractive. And realistically, at least 3 of them dudes she gonna go home with at some point. And so when she always knows she got that, what is her incentive to make it work? What is her incentive? That's the reality of what's going on, bro. But let's let them cook.
a lot of men understand that. That's why they stick with you through the ups and downs. And damn, and that gets tossed in our face, and we be like, damn, if you wasn't happy, you could have just up and left. But that's not how relationships are supposed to work. You're not supposed to just up and leave every time that you're unhappy. It's not going to work like that. If that's the case, you're going to have no solid relationships outside of dating, even friendships in life. Like, how are you going to perceive and pursue through anything that you go through if you just give up on every situation. A lot of times men are sticking through because they see the better half of you. They see the ambition. They see where you...
We see things from the end. Men tend to see things from the end. Women tend to see things in a moment, right? From moment to moment. We see things in the end, to the end, right? And so because we see the end, we see the possibility. A lot of guys fall in love with the potential of something while ignoring the reality of what's happening to it right now, in this moment, in this era. And so guys need to be better about accepting what's going on right now and accepting what she really thinking she feel right now and acting accordingly. Because the reality is women are beholden to their feelings, and feelings are fickle things, bro. And because feelings are such fickle things, they change from day to day to day. And the only way to have any real staying power with any woman, to be honest with you, is to make yourself so valuable that she would be stupid to leave. Like, and that's all I know how to tell. That's the reality of it. Make it so that you're so valuable that she will be stupid to leave, bro. Make it so that you're so valuable that you have equal market value. That you when she leave, you know you can get somebody else. Because if you got a nice car, nice crib, nice blah, 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 you take care of all your own, you know for a fact that you can get another woman. Just like her. Just like you got her. But if you down on hard times and it's the only woman you had and before her you was in a drought for a year, then you gonna really be like, man, I gotta do whatever this woman say. Because if I don't, I'm going to lose. I'm going to be in another drought for a year. You know what I mean? So when you in scarcity like that, what you expect going to happen? Because she never in scarcity. Let's be real.
Can get to, they see the potential a lot of times. That's why they stick it through. They're not just going to give up on you just because it's a hard time and a rough time. They just want you to be accountable, tweak this or tweak that. Not necessarily change you, but they see the light at the end of the tunnel. That's why a lot of men don't give up. That's why a lot of women end up leaving and choosing their happiness, because a lot of men are stick it through.
Yeah, a lot of men they gonna stick through, man. I'm gonna link the creator in the down below for each one of these videos. I'm gonna link the creator or whatever, just so y'all could go follow them if y'all want to follow them. But yeah, man, he was telling the truth. That's real. If y'all want, y'all can send me videos to react to. You know, we gonna keep this going or whatever. I think I'm gonna let's get to one more. Let's get to one more.
You not happy? Just leave.
Oh
No,
wait, that's the last one. Okay.
Okay, y'all got me. I found a video of Charlie Kirk spewing hate, and he was being racist towards a black woman. So I gotta share it, just like how I share everything else.
Hold on, before we do this, with the Charlie Kirk thing, man, I think that a lot of people are missing the point. Just because someone has a political view or any view, bro, that does not give anyone a reason to take their life. You may not agree with him. I may not agree with him. Whoever may not agree with him, and vice versa. But that is no excuse for a man's life to be taken. It doesn't matter what his views were. It doesn't matter how racist he was. It doesn't matter about any of that. Because in reality, if the same happened on the other side of the coin, there would be outrage. There would be outrage. Now, with that being said, that's my opinion on the whole Charlie Kirk thing. But let's see what he's talking about.
How are you? What a beautiful kid that is.
Thank you
What a
so
gift from God.
much. She truly is. She is the biggest blessing. Something that kind of has me like on the fence of whether or not I go kind of like more like conservative or moderate. It's just seeing how
Give it up. That is a gift from the Lord, everybody.
That was the person y'all said that was racist.
I don't think the man was actually racist. I think people get angry at people who tell the truth and drop truth pills. I think that people tend to not be able to accept that no matter what side you fall on, there's gonna be things that you have right and things that you have wrong. I think that people cannot accept the fact that as we know it, times are really sticky. Like, it's really weird. And with the nation and with everything so divided politically, right? With the left being against the right, with liberalism being against conservativeness, right? With that happening, it's as combative a time as it's always been. So I think like they look for anything to try to nitpick on to justify the ridiculousness that's happening in the world. Like I said, it's no reason for Charlie Kirk to not be here right now, bro. It's no reason that man not with his family. He had a family. It's no reason why that man caught that bullet. It's no reason. And so anybody who's justifying a man's death, an American's death, anyone who is justifying a man who should have had a freedom to his own speech, whether I agree with that speech or not, anyone who is justifying that man being killed, anybody who is justifying, oh, Charlie Kirk was this, he was that, have your opinions about him, but at the end of the day, there should be no bad talk, because that man dying was a stain on America. Like, that's a stain on America, and we all felt that as a country, bro. That's just my opinion about it. And I'm a black man, so if you believe he was racist, right, then that means he would have had racism towards me. I'm a black man saying this, knowing that that's a possibility, right? And I'm not saying it was. I'm just saying, like, in a world where that was a possibility, right? In a world where let's assume that was true, right? In a world where we assume that was true, I would still be saying the same thing. That man should be alive, walking, and able to give his opinion, especially since he wasn't even a politician. So what real power did he have? That's what I'm saying about it. He was just talking. Just like all of us. We get on here, we talk, we give our opinions, we give our side of the story, and no one should have to die for that, bro. No one. But
And hated black people. I don't know about y'all, but you can't turn hate on or off. And a racist person would never call you and your family beautiful. Like, that's who y'all said hated black people.
It's always hate when you tell the truth. And I'm not saying I agree with everything Charlie Kirk had to say, but it's truth in every lie. When you tell the truth, it's always gonna be some hate in it. It's always going to be someone who hates you for it. Because the reality is the truth hurts. The truth stings. So every time you tell it, and every time you tell it on a platform like that, there's going to be somebody trying to find something in order to stick you on. And that's just the reality.
Like, I don't know, bro. Like, the more I go down this rabbit hole, the more I just get, like, re-pissed off all over again. Because I just get, like, the videos of folks celebrating and all of that just come back in my head, and the people who were saying I'm celebrating because he hated black people, I'm celebrating because he was racist to us, and I come across videos like that and I'm like, huh? Like, and I already know somebody gonna say that was just a clip. You contradicting yourself, because this whole time I've been preaching full context, don't go off clips, and I just went.
Yeah, we running out of the people actually going to research things for themselves, like people actually looking into things for themselves. Anybody celebrating the death of an American, anybody celebrating murder, anybody celebrating any of these things, you working against yourself, bro. Because the reality is, I don't think either side, right side, left side, any of us agree with murder. And if you agree with murder, you're just as big of a criminal as as what you perceived him to be. You just as big of a criminal as the person who did this, bro. If you are celebrating the death of an American, bro, you are literally as big of a problem as the left perceived Charlie Kirk to be. You are just as big. You are also a problem. You are also an issue. See, the reality of the situation is there is no reason for this man to be gone. That's just the reality of it. And I wasn't even very familiar with him, but
Off of a clip of him showing love to a black woman. But the point is, you cannot turn hate in your heart for somebody or for a group.
You
that
can't
y'all
turn
say,
hate off.
On
You
or
can't just
off.
turn it off and on.
If you hate a group, you gonna stand 10 toes on that. And that man showed would have
Facts.
stood 10 toes on something if he actually hated something. But
People don't research things for themselves no more, bro. People don't use common logic and draw common conclusions. They don't. If the man was blunt about everything else, why would he have chosen one moment of I don't know, vulnerability, right? Why would he have done that? If he was blunt about everything else. It just don't make no sense to me either, dog. I'm not gonna lie to y'all.
All of a sudden in this situation, he sees this beautiful family of this mom and kid, and he's gonna call them beautiful and a gift from God. And you trying to sit here and tell me that he hated black people and trying to tell me that he was racist to black people.
Let me tell you what it really is. Anytime you spit some truth about black women in particular, and I preface this by saying I love black women. Anytime you spit some truth about black women, anytime you spit truth about women, you are gonna be met with hate. Anytime you challenge the ideas that femininity and feminists have put in place, you're gonna be met with hate. Anytime you challenge the ideas of liberalism, you are gonna be met with hate. And that's why he was met with hate and labeled, whether that be fair or unfair, that's not for me to judge, but you are gonna be met with hate. And that's exactly why he was met with the hate he was met. But I will keep on saying, and I will say it religiously, that man should still be here with his children today. Celebrating that man's death is wrong. I'm going to try to leave the creator in the description box. Make sure y'all get that Manscaped down below, man. Like, comment, subscribe. Of course, bro. How y'all gonna not do that, man? But I'm about to get up out of here for the night, man, because I done spent a long enough time on this live, bro. Thanks to everybody who pulled up for pulling up to the live with me, dog. It's your boy Kanan Rake. I'll be back at it tomorrow night. And if not tomorrow night, I'm going to be back at it Friday for sure. I'm trying to make this a regular thing, a normal thing. So inbox me all the videos y'all want me to react to. And come pull up and hang out with me. You know what I mean? Like I said, like, comment, subscribe. It's your boy Kanan Rake, man. I'm up out of here.